Hello, everybody. I'm Brody, the driver of the number 18 Chevy, and you're watching The Reflection, a driver stays video with a detailed backstory. And today, we are joined by the 32 Toyota and the 72 Dodge Blue Knight. With his 2 wins already on the board and a massive effort to prove himself here, Blue Knight, welcome to the show. How you feeling today? Obviously, it's a weird
Thank you,
time.
buddy. First off, I just want to thank you for for the opportunity to be on the podcast. That's means a lot. So
Mm,
wanted to start off by saying that, and I'm doing all right today.
yeah. You know, you did kind of just show up here and just woke up. Just woke up and decided to be a winner, which is funny. I mean,
Yeah.
all right, let's do some icebreakers for people that don't know you. What's your backstory before you got into this stuff? Obviously I was working on cars before doing this and doing like before I even got into touching these kind of things.
Um. Well, I mean, I've always been into NASCAR and playing Roblox, and I never thought of the two being together and like a competition. So it was surprising for me to be in anything like this, and really it was just you know never really being competitive in terms of road racing. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't actually until this year that I discovered it, of course. um that's pretty much it really for the
Yeah.
backstory. Not a whole lot, but
Yeah.
that's kind of how I got here.
Yeah, that's fair. For you know, obviously for me it's kind of weird having revisit. I used to be like the newcomer, right? It's like weird. So weird. It's so weird. It's so weird how like we're still like growing after like 5 years. Genuinely like
Right.
shouldn't be working like this, honestly. They shouldn't be working. How do you get to freaking ISCAR or ISCAR?
um I got in through the owner, Cyan. He invited me to it.
Mm-hmm.
After it was found out that I was going to miss a lot of the Gamer Cup series and miss a ton of races, which I have. Um, Cyan decided. He sent me an invite, and we talked for a little bit, and he pretty much just said, like, you've impressed me enough. I think, you're ready for this league, and that's pretty much how I got in here through him. And then that's of course how I ended up with the 72 Dodge Charger.
Yeah, that's dang, that's crazy because you sometimes you just join, bro. Like it's weird how you had to go through the loops of terror to just try to grace. But either way, it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, you want to give some first encounter with some people and tell you them how they work? You know?
Yeah. First encounters are always a big thing, and to be honest, I could already tell off the bat who was aggressive and who was clean.
Mm.
Um, I would say like interactions with like Clarker, he's clean, but he's not. He'll be down to door you if he needs to get by you a little bit. That's just
Mm-hmm.
how he is. I'd say with some of the other people, like Stizzy for example, he's a straight up weapon on the track. I don't want to be anywhere near him. When it comes to you, well, I'm not gonna go anywhere near you on a road course because I'm not gonna get to you.
Yeah.
Your first encounter with you is also good. Cyan as well. Yeah, yeah, most of you guys are pretty clean. So, I mean, if I had to go by person, it would be kind of repetitive. Other than the select few who are let's just say they don't always make the smartest decisions.
This is so true. Like completely true. I will
Um,
say
I'm
this.
not gonna I'm not gonna say their names, but I'm sure we might
You'll
know who I'm
we'll
suggesting.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But Obviously, like it's a lot of stuff. Like I'm pretty aggressive when it comes to like making passes or battling. Like I'm
You're
not.
aggressive, but you're clean about it. Like you're not gonna spin me out to get by me.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go by me.
I'm gonna
You know,
I'm
and
gonna
if I
I'm
and
gonna
if
try
I
to make
battle
it
you,
fit.
right? And if I end up like putting up a fight, it's not like you're gonna, you know, throw me into a wall, spin me out. No, you're not gonna do that.
I
And
mean,
honestly, like I'm glad that you're not like that because that just makes racing harder is when you have people driving like that.
sometimes you gotta just move them, bro. Sometimes you just gotta move them.
Sometimes you just gotta, bump them out of the way.
Yeah. Bro, some slow cars were genuinely so bad. Oh my gosh, I would never. Favorite tracks to battle at? Honestly, this is a good question.
First one has to be Iowa. One of them for me has to be Iowa.
Dude,
I love the short, high banked, high speed battling 2 lane. You can make 2 lanes work at once. You can go side by side. You don't know who's gonna have the advantage. For another one, I definitely have to say Charlotte. Although I have not
good
raced
pick.
there yet, I will be racing there soon, and I have done some exhibition events there, and
It's fun,
it's really fun to
bro.
battle at.
I will say this though. Honestly, I hate Iowa. Like that's like one of my least favorite tracks. And it's because I'm just bad at it. That's one of the tracks I'm like actually just bad at. It just doesn't work out for
Maybe,
me.
but see, that's how it works. If you're not necessarily good at a track, then you wouldn't be a good track to battle at. If where
Hmm.
say if where me who I like personally like Iowa, but that maybe that's just because I've figured out how to run a line there. Maybe so that's how intertwine the two
Yeah,
opinions and on it one single track. How two
bro.
opinions
I just like
outcast all four
I just like
tracks.
turn right. I just like turn right. I just like turning right.
Well, I mean, yeah, that explains why you're the the guy
Uh,
who's always gonna win on a road course. If you're not winning,
yeah.
you're getting the pole. You're always the fastest on a road course. I try to follow in the great footsteps of road course racers just because even though I may be a good oval rookie, I'm still learning. I'm the opposite of SVG essentially.
Bro needs to learn how to turn right, bro. Bro needs to learn how to turn right. Super sad. Turning
You could
right.
compare me to like SVG. I'm good on oval, like I'm the opposite of him. I'm good on ovals, but not on road courses. I'm developing on road courses essentially.
Like what you? I mean, the biggest like thing I can just give to you is just really like watch. I watch videos about road course racing. I'm not gonna lie, like or like racing lines because most of the stuff that they teach is road course racing, and there's a tons of like F1 videos and stuff that literally just apply to anything. So like, there's a lot of you'll always see me make moves that are pretty risky, but I know they'll work, so that's all good.
Right.
All right, we got the section, which is the reflection. This is my favorite part because you have the free mic. New Hampshire. Did you ever race D3, or did you at least watch D3?
No, I haven't watched or raced there.
Dang. So let me break it down to you. New Hampshire. Fennec dumped someone near coming in the closing laps.
Really?
Yep, coming like six to go, and then
Dang.
they had a restart after a pit cycle. ECR and Fennec were up front row, and ECR dove it in for turn 1 and 2 and ran away with it. So ECR won off of that whole interaction, which I thought was really funny because the one time she didn't send, she won. I was like, bro, genuinely crazy.
Maybe that's a way of, being told, hey, if you don't wreck people, maybe you'll have a chance to win a race.
Funny enough, that is true. Unless if you want it, unless if you if you actually do know how to turn someone, which is there's a way.
Yeah.
There's a way. Um, Iowa D2. I know you want to talk about this. I know you. I was not there, but I know you want to talk about this. Honey. Tell me
Of
what.
course.
Tell me what happened, bro.
So Qualifying, of course. Well, Fennec is not there, so that automatically told me, well, now I have a greater chance of winning. No offense, Fennec. Yeah, I was one of the favorites coming into the race just based off of my D1 performance. As considering I was a top three car most of the day, top four. I qualified on the outside, got a good start. I actually, I take that back. I did not have a good start until the second restart. On the first lap, I actually spun out
Goodness.
in turn one, right? But it was because I had that's common for mobile and on front stretches, and especially when you're pack racing, it's common to experience lag or to freeze up. So yeah, I ended up spinning out lap one, got bailed out by a caution a few laps later because I think Stizzy sent it into someone and spun himself out. I believe that's what happened. Not entirely sure, but I ended up getting back to the pack on the restart, and I was lights out speed. Like I honestly don't know how to explain it, but it was essentially like 4 laps, and I'm already up to the leader. Like it's almost as if like you're cheating, like you're teleporting. Like you don't expect to see someone that far back that quickly up to the front.
Yeah.
And after that, really, once I got up to the leader, I would just drive away. ECR did get the stage win, um, but I ended up getting second out of that. I was actually catching her in the closing laps. Then we go into stage two. From then on, it was just the 72 team taking it away. At that point, once we went green after the pit stop, I was on the front row, and then there was a few laps where I'd have to battle for the lead. I get taken out of the preferred lane, but that's where how you adapt. That's how you learn to run a second line, so you can always battle and you don't fade.
Yeah.
Once I was able to do that and just apply that, I was just driving away with it, really. And that was something I had always wanted to do, was to lead a lot of laps, to prove that I can be a dominant racer.
Uh huh.
And I think that's what I did. And then eventually, towards the end, pit under green, a caution comes out, restart. It was actually a really good battle between me, Ash, and ECR. So
Mm-hmm.
it will. It was one SMR car fighting off two SSR cars within like 4 to go, I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
I did end up winning. I know Ash was upset. On the final lap, I thought I was clear of him and threw a little bit of late block that kind of caused him to clip me, but he backed off. And then,
Yeah.
so I do feel bad for that still. It wasn't intentional. It was because I did assume I was clear and was going in for the block. After that, ECR dove it in the wall and started wall riding, so decided to just block it and then cross the finish line one. Uh, but if there was anything I had to take away, it was really that I checked off all the boxes. That was like my dream race, to not only be dominant, but to prove that I can win and not be a Mickey winner.
Mm-hmm. That's fair enough, but
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
fair enough. Like that's get that. um, gosh, Glendy won.
What part am I supposed to not talk about? Because that was an eventful race.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Quote: driver safe space with a detailed backstory, so you can be as unfiltered as you can. Eh.
Okay, I gotta say, what the hell is it with sending it into corners and into people? Is it that difficult to pass someone that you have to send it into the corners? Yeah, no, it was a good raise, kind of. I knew I wasn't. I was a. No one was gonna choose me to even be competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Based off Le Mans. I myself thought I could be better considering I have more experience at Watkins Glen. And really, Le Mans was kind of a fluke, if you ask me. I was kind of thrown into the seat and only had a little bit of time
Mm-hmm.
to practice for a track that takes 3.5 minutes to get around, or excuse me, a little under 3.5 minutes to get by. So that was kind of a
I don't even
fluke.
think it was 3.5 minutes. I think it was 1 minute. But the pole time was 1 minute 20, 1 minute 18.
Well, I'm talking about Le Mans.
Oh yeah, I know. Le Mans takes
So
forever.
coming into Watkins Glen, the lap time shortened by over a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I qualified fourth, so that was good. I liked that. I know I was really fading away towards the end of stage one. Really didn't get anything going. Barely missed out on stage points.
Bless me.
I would say I definitely. I don't know if it was noticeable to anyone, but I was definitely noticeably like a little faster as I was getting more laps in. I was learning more about the track, braking, accelerating. I thought I got more competitive, especially on restarts. I was a restart
Mm-hmm.
like restart champion really. Gain 3 spots, settle in, and then if we want to go to the final lap, the final restart. Um, if I remember correctly, I was in the very back of it, and it was about 2 to 3 to go. Fennec spun out actually in the carousel and had actually caught me with 2 to go. He was right on me, and that's when I started to wonder, like, is it worth just letting him go by, or is it better to hold on to the position? Because if I let him go, am I going to be competitive to even get another spot? And as we take the white flag and we go around the carousel, he's still behind me. And I was nearing Cyan for fourth, so I was, hoping, yeah, maybe I can get like a top four, kind of upset people's picks.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go into the final corner.
God.
First off, I'm right on Cyan. I already know I'm gonna get by him this time by. Instead, he ends up spinning himself out, and at that point, I wasn't paying attention to you three because I'd assumed you guys were already there. What little me did not know is that that was not true. So I had tunnel vision that moment. I was only looking at him, and as I round the corner, that's when I see you three.
Goodness me, bro.
Yes, that's when I saw you three, and I didn't know what to do other than to just I saw a gap between you and Parker, and I just went for it. Really, I just went for it. I knew I wasn't gonna have a chance if I let off. I just had to go.
Yeah. And then I get, bro. I'm still so upset about. I'm not really too upset because that ruined like 100% win rate and stuff.
Right. It was still a close finish, though. I mean, it was still a good finish. It wasn't like it was a 2 second gap.
Yeah, I just
Is
want
this
to, but I did want to run away with it, but at that point, I just, I didn't want to, I really just didn't want to do anything. I basically gave up on that as soon as I started just not, I just, so all I was, I just didn't like getting, um, knocked around and like, just people were just, I don't know, people were just insulting me for freaking doing what I do best. So I just started to back off.
Yeah, that I didn't really understand. I know there were some corner cuts you made, but I mean, I'd be lying if I told you I didn't make a few corner cuts on like just by pure accident.
I only CC the bus stop. I only CC the bus stop because I was trying to abuse the grass, like a, like who wouldn't?
Right. Oh, if you want to talk about the bus stop, oh, that's where Shake almost killed me. Other than I'm
Bro,
sure you remember
you
he
were
killed.
so slow. You were so slow on the bus stop, bro. I was jilly geeking. I was
Well, I got faster though. I got faster in
um,
the bus stop. Like as the race went on more, I was faster in the bus stop.
bro.
That's where that learning element comes into
Yeah,
play. Where if I was noticeably faster, is because I was learning. That's where the adaptability comes in. Is the ability to adapt to a track and to be faster as the laps wind down.
Yeah, and that's fair. But that's that was my main issue. That's the main issue why you saw me corner cut whenever you were on the bus stop is because, well,
Yeah. No, that pales nothing in comparison to Shake sending me flying backwards on the carousel. I'm not sure if you were there to see it or if
no.
you remember it, but pretty much me and Parker were side by side on the carousel,
Mhm.
and Shake sent it into me. I got sandwiched, and then I glitched and I hit like a little bit of the bump
Oh,
coming
did
out of
you
the
see
carousel,
a bubble?
and yeah, and I just flew backwards. I'm
Good.
pretty sure I should have been dead if we're being honest.
That's funny. Um, let's talk about rivalries. So, who's your rivals right now?
No one,
No one, no enemies. Okay,
no enemies.
clean record. Um, you got any words of wisdom for anyone? So, say like someone did something bad to you. Do you got any words of wisdom to them? Because
If you've already made a mistake with another driver once, don't do it again. If you've made a mistake with next to the same guy, don't do it again.
wow,
If you're missing a corner, don't do it twice to him. Honestly, like if you're in position to pretty much fuck up the other guy next to you, just don't do it.
this might.
Because that's how you start a rivalry. If I had rivals, oh, it'd be a different story. But I don't. Usually, I'm known to not really hold a ton of grudges. Like I'll call you out on first, but then that's about it. Really, I'm not gonna like hold it over your head and like because I mean I know I've been known to not really to be clean, but like I also it's just about who you got to be careful for, really. Because I don't personally like rivalries. Like it's cool to watch other people have rivalries, but it's a different story if you have one yourself because that just makes racing harder.
Yeah, for sure. And like, obviously, it's very annoying as well.
You have to be
I,
on edge at all times.
who knows? I haven't returned someone yet.
Right.
Probably will do it sometime soon. Honestly, at this point, if I get wrecked again, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I'm sure you and I are both thinking of the same person who's probably going to end up doing it to you.
You, bro, you can literally just say it.
Oh, ECR, yeah, for sure. I don't want to be rude, but to her, but like, come on, like you continuous. I mean, she pisses off Parker so much, like, and just everyone really, like a lot of people, like, and so was you could say the same about Stizzy, but I'd say less of that is intentional rather than just stupidity, honestly.
I
Uh,
hey, I have
there's
every reason to, do something to
right,
her. I got dumped 3 times at Rockingham. I got um, well now I got sent to Glenn, but I don't really retaliate because that's just not how I am. So it would take
right.
another like huge incident.
Yeah, I don't want a rivalry. Like that's why I don't race super aggressively every race.
Mm,
that's why I've been known to be fairly clean for the most part. Like that's because I don't want to rival. I really
bro,
don't. Racing
honestly,
is all. It's
like,
already a stressful thing, and having someone go after you just makes it 10 times worse.
bro, if you told that to me like 3 years prior, bro, I would say hell no because you knew that's literally how I just got. Bro, rivals make you better, dude. They make you better after them because you're working harder and pushing yourself further.
They do, and there's pros and cons to them.
Yeah, and that's how you grow. So, um, well, what is your what's your future plan short term?
Um, well, it's for sure to definitely continue racing here and to have good relationships with everyone in the garage. I'm not sure. Speaking on this podcast right now, I'm assuming I'm mutual with everyone. friends with everyone, but that could always be wrong. People, unpredictable at times, but
Hmm.
I'm looking to just improve and to continue racing here, but not just that, but to also help rookies next season if there's any, which there might be, to things I picked up on,
Yeah.
things I'm picking up right now as I'm still learning in my rookie year of racing. So
Isn't that kind
that
of
that's
crazy?
my hope.
Well, it's your rookie
Yeah,
year of like all time, right?
yeah, of row racing, and I'm doing it in multiple leagues. And so far, I have the most wins in this one, obviously by sweeping that weekend. But I will say this: I am on the podcast. I am not going to take credit for earning that Glen win. I am. I'm no. I'll say it 100 times, and I'll say it 100 times more if I have to. That was the most
Eh,
Mickey win of all time. Now, is it? You could say part of it's because I'm not a top three road course racer. Yes, but also that was pure insane luck right
that was
there.
the most like cooked. I don't even know what I want to say anymore. I mean, hey,
Just
it is what it is. I can't really do
it
anything
is
about
what.
it.
Yeah, and honestly, like it would be dumb to get ahead of myself, really, because I can make the argument and say I earned the Iowa win, which I think I could
You
say I
did.
did,
You did. You
and not
basically
sound
dominated.
like a dick for it. I'd sound like a dick if I said I earned the Glen win. That's where the the difference is.
Hmm. For sure. Um. Frick. I would say. Yeah, you got. Well, you already explained your plans for next season, so that's cool.
I'm
Um.
also looking forward to where I end up in D1 and D2. I wonder if I'll end up with a different team for both series, or
Mm,
if Diego and Cyan will want to keep me. I'm sure they might if I continue to impress, but who knows? They
Diego
might
needs a team,
want.
bro. Diego needs a teammate, bro. Come on.
Well, he's got me under his team. He might end up just putting me under like as a teammate with him, but I'd have to get signed. But that's unless he wants to keep me as his driver, because if I win, I earn the money. So I'm sure he's gonna want the money.
He's well split half between y'all. He's a driver. He can earn
Yeah.
his own back. Um. uh, I like this segment because it's funny. Because you get some mixed freaking I don't know. Friends or enemies. So I'll name a few drivers and see where you get with it.
All right.
Shake.
Mm-mm. Is there like an in between option?
That would just be neutral.
Mutual. I know he killed me at the Glen, and we haven't always gotten along, but I'm still gonna treat him with respect and race him as cleanest as I can. A lot of our run-ins, unfortunately, are due to something happened, like in lag or just just a slip up. I still respect him. I know he makes mistakes and sometimes he's overly aggressive and says things, but I'm not gonna hold it over him. That's what I do. I'm just gonna respect you still. I'm not gonna just straight up hate on you for it.
Mm. Yeah, that's fair. What else? Freaking. Let's do Julian. You those you only got one race with him.
I'll put him in friends. I know he wasn't the cleanest of the day. I know it sounds controversial considering no one really had a positive opinion on him, but in all fairness, he did race me cleanly on restarts, and um, I don't have any reason to hate on him. There was a few slight run-ins, but it's a road course. It's Watkins Glen. I mean, there's gonna be contact. You're gonna run into people.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. it's about how you embrace it. So I'd put him in friends.
Um, freaking, huh? What is it? Who? We got two. I'll do two more drivers. Let's do VT, Ash.
Friends.
Okay, sick. Um, last one would be. It's a good pick. It's a good oddball. Hmm. They haven't really raced anyone that's like there. Chubby. Oh my gosh. What a pull.
Friends.
Wow. Okay.
I know we had a run in at Chicagoland on the restart. I checked up and I ended up spinning him as a result of it. I know he was frustrated, but I mean, when we rolled around to Iowa, we were fine. He was actually. I feel bad for him though, because when he saw, he didn't know who he was going up against in the in-season tournament bracket, and when I told him it was me at the time, I was leading under. Oh, we were under caution. He pretty much just doubting himself, saying he's not gonna get to me at all. And as much as I'd like to disagree, unfortunately that was true. He really wasn't a contender, but I mean I wasn't dogging. I was trying to praise him and tell him like, I'm probably gonna get taken out. That didn't happen, of course, but he still showed me respect, and I'm gonna do the same. So I put him in friends.
Nice. Um, playoff vision. Since now you're the playoffs, which is wild.
Well, being in the playoffs now for securing positions in playoffs for both series now, makes me relax a little better. But it relaxes me the fact I don't need to race my way in. What I'm going to be doing is now I'm going to be focused on now. I gotta be like I gotta be a contender now for the playoffs. I can't just be a one and done out. First round
Yeah.
he's out. I think I have the skills to make it. Maybe not a super deep playoff run, but I think I have. I think I have a chance to make it. I know. Usually, when we look at typical race, it doesn't have to be a road course. Usually, I'll be up there and I'm not really talked about as much. But that's just because I'm not as popular or experienced. So really, I think now that I swept the weekend, I think I'll be recognized more at the top. Um, so I'm looking to perform exceptionally well. It's a matter of how long do I have until my luck runs out, really.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. All right, the in-season challenge. Uh, obviously you're not in it, but obviously I want you to do predictions for the finalists, even though it's literally a luck track.
Who do you know who's remaining in it? Or
Me and Parker, which is getting subbed by Brickman, and then I think in D2 it is. I believe it's
they haven't been updated. I'm not sure.
okay. Well, okay. It's the round of it's a round of three for you. So it's you against ECR, and then Parker against Diego for at Watkins Glen.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I can't predict me or ECR. I think coming to Watkins Glen this time by this coming Friday, I think I'll be looked at more, not just for the win, but as to how much faster I got.
Yeah.
But ECR is definitely going to be looked at for all the wrong reasons after last Sunday.
Mhm.
And I might end up just advancing through someone taking her out and not bringing out a caution, if I'm being honest.
That's funny. Yeah. Um.
I could see Parker doing it just
Yeah.
to make sure I advance, just because or I already know Parker is not going to want ECR to gift me the win and then beat me in a in-season tournament. I don't think he'd want that, so he's probably just going to take him out. If not, someone else is going to do it. I could just see something like that happening based
Nice.
off of her reputation.
Mm. You want to say any shouts to any drivers before we end this?
To everyone, I'd have to say, love and respect all of you. Just, you know, try not to be so negative sometimes. I Accidents happen in a race, and try not to lose your cool over it. I mean, after all, this is Roblox racing. This is not like we're actual NASCAR drivers.
This is so.
Try not to take anything too personally. We're all humans. We all make human mistakes, obviously. So
Yeah.
I can't really say anyone specifically other than ECR. Be careful. Like, don't. I know you wrote that apology, but
Actions speak louder than words.
just be careful, please. Just try not to kill more people. I don't like seeing people getting taken out unless they absolutely deserve it. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it, but I just I want to see more positivity and clean racing
Yeah,
moving forward.
that's fair. Um, yeah, that's completely fair because there's a bit of it. I mean, you just gotta have like.
I would only take shots at specific drivers if I had rivals, which I don't have any, so I just generalize it as a message to all of them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, okay. I would say like you just. I think the biggest advice I'd give to you whenever you're having a bad interaction with someone, give them like a 3 strike warning. So like, say like if you have like okay, like a first one's like a warning like, hey bro, was a you know. Second one's like, okay bro, like come on, just fix it, and then on the third time you can just crash out on them.
Yeah,
That's fair enough. Well,
that's
thank
fair
you
enough.
for being on here. That makes episode 6 of this podcast. We'll be seeing y'all next week. Hope you have a great time, and stay tuned for the truck race, Xfinity, and Cup. See y'all later.